Okay, class, you need to open your book to page 263. And once you get there, you can go ahead and pause this video so that you can copy this table that I have on the board into the space underneath the Solve It in your book. Now that you're done copying this table into your book, let's actually look at it. So if you look at the left-hand side, it says, I shade above the line when I have either a greater than or equal to symbol or a greater than symbol. I shade below the line when I have a less than or equal to symbol or a less than symbol. Looking at the top, my line is solid if it has an equal to with both the greater than or less than, and it's a dashed line if it's just greater than or just less than. Now this table is going to be very helpful for you during REI 12. On the same page, we are trying to figure out if 3/6 is a solution of y is less than or equal to 2/3 x plus 4. Now, in order to find out if this is a solution, we need to plug in our values for x and y. So our value for y is 6. So we would write 6 is less than or equal to 2/3 times 3 plus 4. Now, I just want to simplify this to see if it is indeed true. 2/3 times 3 is 2. Plus 4, and bring everything else down. So now I have 6 is less than or equal to 2 plus 4 is 6. So now I need to ask myself the question, is 6 less than or equal to 6? No, it's not less than, but 6 is equal to 6. Therefore, these little 3 dots mean therefore, 3/6 is a solution. Now make sure if you need more time to copy this down, you pause the video before you move on. Okay, now we need to turn to page 264 because we need to see how to graph an inequality in two variables. Now we already have our equation in slope-intercept form, even though it has an inequality instead of an equal sign. So we need to draw our axes on this. And so since our y-intercept is +1, we can draw our axes somewhere near the middle. Now, my y-intercept of +1 indicates that I start at the origin, go up 1. There's my first point. Now, my slope is 1/2, which means I rise 1, run 2. Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. And if I want to go down the other way, I can go down 1 as long as I go left 2. Now, thinking back to the table that's on page 263, I have a less than or equal to symbol. So I can connect these points with a solid line because I have an equal to below my inequality. Now I need to figure out if I should shade above or below this line. I should shade below it because I have y is less than or equal to that equation. Again, you can pause here if you need additional time to continue writing it down. Now, turning over to page 265, we need to graph both of the inequalities A and B. Now, these are horizontal and vertical lines, which is why we need to draw attention to them. For letter A, of course, we need to draw our axes. So if we are trying to graph x is less than -5, we need to find where x equals -5 would be on our graph. So we look at our x-axis, and we go to the point where x is -5, which is right here. Now, since I see that I do not have an equal symbol below my inequality, this needs to be a dashed line. And when I have an x equals, generally that would be a vertical line. So I should have a vertical dashed line through x equals -5. Now above and below is a little bit tricky here, but we need to go below x equals -5. And so we need to find where the numbers are less than -5. And so if we think -6 right here is less than -5, so we would shade to the left of our line. Now, since an x is less than -5 was a vertical, y is less than or equal to 2 is going to be a horizontal. Again, we need to draw our axes. And we need to find where y is equal to positive 2, which is right here. Now, since we have a less than or equal to, this line can be a solid one. And since y is less than, we shade below. Pause the video if you need additional time. Now on page 265, we're going to look at a word problem. For a party, you can spend no more than $12 on nuts. Peanuts cost $2 a pound and cashews cost $4 a pound. What are 3 possible combinations of peanuts and cashews you can buy? So I think because there's some grid paper here, the question is wanting us to graph it so that we can find some solutions. So the first thing we need to do is write our inequality. You can spend no more than $12. So $12 is a maximum. So we should use 12 is greater than or equal to in order to finish writing our inequality. Peanuts cost $2 a pound. So we're going to call peanuts our x. $2 a pound, so it would be 2x. And now that leaves cashews to be our y. And we would be adding $4 for every pound of cashews. Now before we can graph this, we have to be able to solve it for y. So we should subtract 2x. And we get 12 minus 2x is greater than or equal to 4y. And to isolate our variable y, we would divide by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 2 divided by 4 is 1/2. Okay, so now looking at this, we need to graph using our grid paper. Now since we're talking about pounds of peanuts and pounds of cashews, it only makes sense to talk about positive numbers, so I can put my axes all the way on the outside of this grid. Now I need to be careful to make sure that I'm labeling as well, and we said that x was peanuts and y is cashews. Now since I have a lot of grids, and I'm only talking about a y-intercept of 3, and then I'm decreasing from there, I'm going to use two squares to represent 1 pound. Now I will do that the same on peanuts. So my graph should start at positive 3, and then I'm going down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. So I need to add some to my peanuts. And since I have a greater than or equal to, I can connect my points with a solid line. And since I see as y is less than, I will shade below. Okay, so now we see that the question is asking what are 3 possible combinations of peanuts and cashews you can buy. So those 3 possible combinations are just any points that are within our shaded region. Because this can be on the line, because it's also equal to and it's a solid line, we can choose any of those points as well. So I'm just going to choose 3 points. This one, and this one looks good. So the first point is 1, 1, which would indicate that I can buy 1 pound of peanuts and 1 pound of cashews. The next point that I will choose is going to be 2, 2, which indicates that I can buy 2 pounds of peanuts and 2 pounds of cashews. And then finally, 4, 1, which indicates that I can buy 4 pounds of peanuts and 1 pound of cashews. Now, once you've finished writing this down, before you come to class on Monday, you need to complete pages 263 through 266 in your book on your own.